The Ajax is set to revolutionize the British Army's fleet of vehicles. The Ajax family of infantry fighting vehicles will modernize the Army in the UK and bring it up to speed with an ever-changing digital world. Against previous models, it has much improved lethality, survivability, reliability, mobility, and all-weather intelligence, surveillance, target acquisition, and recognition capabilities. Despite issues in the production cycle, the Ajax is still set to see action in the next few years, and the world waits to see what it's capable of. Let's take a closer look at why. Ajax, previously known as Scout SV, is the reconnaissance variant of the Specialist Vehicle Armored Fighting Vehicle developed by General Dynamics UK for the British Army. At first, the British program was known as the Future Rapid Effects System. Later, it was split out into two separate procurement programs. One of them was the Specialist Vehicle Program, with a main requirement of a new reconnaissance vehicle and a supporting family of tracked armored vehicles. This new family includes various armored vehicles such as a reconnaissance vehicle, specialist carrier vehicle, repair and recovery vehicles, and a command post vehicle. Different variants of the vehicle allow it to conduct various operations, and with a high degree of consistency between the variants that simplify maintenance and logistics. In 2014, a production contract was awarded to General Dynamics UK to deliver a total of 589 specialist vehicle platforms to the British Army. This had a heavy price tag of £5.5 billion, which was the biggest single contract for an armored vehicle for the British Army since the 80s. The Ajax Armored Reconnaissance Vehicle is a baseline variant of this family, which will replace the previous FV-107 Scimitar and is based on the ASCOD-2 Infantry Fighting Vehicle. Its main armament is a 40mm cannon, and it also carries specialized reconnaissance equipment. It will be used to gather intelligence, for surveillance, target acquisition, reconnaissance, and striking. A total of 245 Ajax reconnaissance vehicles were ordered for the British Army, including 198 reconnaissance and strike vehicles, 23 fire control vehicles, and 24 surveillance vehicles. The Ajax has been designed to be future-proof, so these new armored vehicles are planned to remain in service for at least 30 years. Overall, the Ajax is a much more modern and reliable platform for manned reconnaissance missions than the previous Scimitar. The Ajax has a turret and is armed with a fully stabilized 40mm cannon, a very powerful gun that not many armored fighting vehicles can boast to have. It's an advanced weapon with cased ammunition. The use of this cannon allowed reduced dimensions of the combat compartment, with ammunition being stored outside the crew compartment. The range of this cannon is 2.5 kilometers and a rate of fire of 180 to 200 rounds per minute. As a result, this powerful weapon can easily defeat enemy infantry fighting vehicles and armored personnel carriers. For secondary armament, this vehicle also has a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun. Further to its impressive weaponry, the Ajax reconnaissance vehicle is fitted with advanced primary and auxiliary sights. It is also fitted with acoustic detectors, laser warning systems, local situational awareness systems, as well as some other bespoke systems. It was also planned that the Ajax would be fitted with a ground radar system. This radar is included to detect helicopters, unmanned aerial vehicles, and decoy systems. It's claimed that the Ajax is the best in terms of protection and survivability in its class. To pull off such a significant claim, the vehicle has advanced modular armor and innovative protection against mine blasts. This provides a high level of protection against small arms fire, artillery shell splinters, and mine blasts. To also help with survivability, crew and passengers are seated on blast-resistant seats, which are not connected to the vehicle floor, but are instead suspended. Add-on armor kits will be fitted when needed, and newer armor modules can be fitted once these become available. A baseline vehicle weighs 34 tons, and with add-on armor, its weight is increased to a massive 42 tons. General Dynamics has also fitted the vehicle with electronic countermeasures, as well as nuclear, biological, and chemical protection and fire suppression systems. To operate the Ajax, a crew of 3, a commander, gunner, and a driver, need to be present. This vehicle has the capability to carry additional passengers, however, it was not disclosed how many scouts it can carry. There is a rear door for entry and exit for infantry. The vehicle is powered by a German MTU V8 199 TE21 turbocharged diesel engine, developing 816 horsepower. The engine is mounted at the front and is mated with a Rank 256B 6-speed fully automatic transmission. There are several variants of the Ajax, including the Ares Specialist Carrier Vehicle. This is not a typical infantry section carrier vehicle, but a combat engineer, battlefield reconnaissance, or air defense missile team carrier. The Ares will deliver under armor and support specialist troops. It has a crew of 2, commander, gunner, and driver, and carries up to 7 specialists. Its armament is slightly different, as it is limited to a remotely controlled 12.7mm heavy machine gun. A total of 59 Ares armored specialist carriers were ordered, as well as 34 formation reconnaissance overwatch vehicles. The Ares will replace the FV-103 Spartan, its current equivalent in the British Army. Another variant is the Apollo Repair and Recovery Vehicle. This is fitted with a crane and can recover or tow damaged vehicles. A total of 50 Apollo vehicles were ordered. Next is the Atlas Recovery Vehicle. The party trick of this variation is that it's fitted with a front-mounted dozer blade which can recover and tow damaged vehicles to the nearest maintenance unit, and this will replace the FV-106 Samson. There is also an anti-tank missile carrier equipped with Brimstone standoff anti-tank missiles. All of these seem like exciting developments, but unfortunately there have been issues in development. Management issues and concerns about excessive noise and vibration have contributed to the program's delays. The UK's Public Accounts Committee deemed the Ministry of Defence's management of the Ajax program as flawed from the outset, while the National Audit Office warned that the program confronts significant challenges. Lessons have been learned from these issues, and in March 2023, the Minister for Defense Procurement declared a new in-service target of 2025. This has led to a new full operating capability target projected between late 2028 and 2029. Hopefully, there are no more issues, and we can see the family of Ajax vehicles show what they can do in the coming years. What do you think about the Ajax IFV? Let us know in the comments. And please like this video if you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. South Korea know a thing or two about military involvement. They need to keep their vehicle fleet state-of-the-art to be ready for any incoming threats from their northern neighbors. This is why they have developed one of the most recent infantry fighting vehicles that make sure troops are delivered to the battlefield safely and securely. Introducing the K-21, an IFV that's proved very popular with other armies around the world. This would then be developed into the AS-21 Redback. Let's find out more about how South Korea's jewel in its armored vehicle crown became a jewel in Australia's. The K-21 next-generation infantry fighting vehicle was developed for the Republic of Korea Army to replace the existing K-200 series IFVs. It was first developed by Doosan Infracorp. In late 2008, Doosan DST, the manufacturer of this new IFV, was created by spinning off the company's defense industry business from its parent company. The Redback has been designated by the ROK Army as K-300 or XK-21 KNIFV. In 2003, the South Korean Army awarded a contract worth around $77,000 to Doosan DST to develop a prototype of the new IFV. To get the Redback ready for market, 11 defense equipment suppliers, including the Agency for Defense Development, contributed. 2 years after it received its designations, Doosan DST delivered 3 prototypes of the K-21 to the ROK Army. Production then began in 2009 after 10 years of continuous development. The AS-21 Redback is an IFV based on the original K-21 version. It's being offered as part of the Australian Army's Land 400 Phase 3 IFV program. Rheinmetall Defence's Lynx IFV and Redback IFV were shortlisted for the program in 2019. The Land 400 Phase 3, also known as the Mounted Close Combat Capability Requirement, is worth 15 billion Australian dollars, and its mission is for the Australian Department of Defence to acquire 450 IFVs and 17 maneuver support vehicles for their army. The Department of Defence signed contracts worth 50 million Australian dollars with Hanwha and Rheinmetall in October 2019. Hanwha Defence delivered the first 2 Red Rock IFV prototypes to the Australian Army to be tested in July 2020. The third prototype was shipped in December of that year. In March of the following year, the Australian Army received 3 Redback IFV prototypes. 2 of these were for evaluation and the remaining one for blast testing. The integration of the Iron Fist active protection system with the Redback IFV was demonstrated in late 2020. Israeli Spike LR-2 anti-tank guided missiles were also test-fired from the vehicles in early 2021. The Redback is an advanced, well-armed, and well-protected vehicle. It is among the most protected IFVs in the world today. It weighs a huge 42 tons and can be classified as a heavy IFV. The in-arm type hydropneumatic suspension unit helps with reducing the overall weight of the vehicle when compared to traditional IFV designs. The armored vehicle is manned by 3 crew members, including a driver, commander, and gunner. Its rear compartment is capable of housing 8 dismounted troops. The vehicle will offer armor protection options from STANAG 2 levels 2 to 6 and will be equipped with an advanced active protection system that can defend incoming line-of-sight guided anti-tank missiles and projectiles. The Israeli Elbit's Iron Fist APS, equipped with integrated radars and electro-optics, also helps the Redback to detect, classify, and counter several threats. The armor of the vehicle was developed in cooperation with Clauson. The hull and turret provide all-around protection from 30mm armor-piercing rounds. The Redback has a 2-man turret. It's armed with a 30mm Mark 44S Bushmaster II automatic cannon. This fires 30 by 173mm ammunition used by 19 nations, including the United States, United Kingdom, and other members of NATO. The Redback can also use advanced munitions like programmable airburst munitions or proximity-fused rounds. For these advanced rounds, the cannon is fitted with a fuse setter. If needed, the 30mm cannon of the Red Rock can be easily upgraded to a 40mm cannon. For this, only 3 parts need to be replaced, and no modifications to the turret are needed. As well as the cannon, there's also a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun, as well as a remotely controlled weapon station. This is highly versatile and can be armed with a 12.7mm heavy machine gun, 7.62mm general-purpose machine gun, or a 40mm automatic grenade launcher. This launcher can be armed with 2 Spike LR-2 anti-tank guided missiles with a range of 5.5 kilometers. Estimations suggest that these missiles penetrate more than 900mm of steel armor behind explosive armor. This means it's capable of destroying most main battle tanks. When the launcher isn't being used, it tucks into the turret along with its missiles. The Redback also features state-of-the-art sensors. The fire control system is able to find and track targets as far away as 3.7 miles. The vehicle also has IFF sensors. This infantry fighting vehicle is powered by an MTU 8-cylinder diesel engine. which generates a power output of 1,000 horsepower. The power pack enables the vehicle to run at a maximum speed of more than 65 km per hour under asphalt roads and 40 km per hour in off-road conditions, and attain a maximum range of 520 km. The composite rubber track system fitted to the Redback ensures improved mobility over rough terrains. The Redback project was a collaborative project with several contractors involved. Hanwha collaborated with Scholl Group to finalize the design of the IFV to meet the Australian Army's requirements and develop logistics and training system concepts. This Scholl-led team included more than 30 Australian experts. Susi Defence was also contracted by Hanwha Defence for the supply of CRT systems for the AS-21. Elbit Land Systems, a defense electronics company which is based in Israel, supplies the Iron Fist APS already mentioned, while Rafael Advanced Defense Systems handles the Spike missile for the Redback. The Redback has taken a long road before becoming the primary IFV in the Australian Army. Its origins lie in Korea, but its story is of a Korean and Australian collaboration. Hanwha Defence has received an Australian order for 129 Redbacks, but the vehicles will be produced in Australia. It is the first time when the Australian Army will have a dedicated infantry fighting vehicle. The vehicle has proved so popular that the South Korean military themselves have tested it in their own country, and in 2022, this IFV was also trialed in Poland. What do you think about the Redback IFV? Let us know in the comments, and please like this video if you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Germans are world-renowned for their excellent engineering, and when Rheinmetall started drawing up plans for a new infantry fighting vehicle, the world stood up and took notice. After years of development, the Lynx is now starting to enter service. There are two main variants of this IVF, and the more recent one represents perhaps one of the heaviest and well-protected IFVs ever made. Let's take a closer look at this military beast. Military operations are growing increasingly complex and hard to predict. This makes a completely new vehicle concept important to keep up with an ever-changing battlefield. As a result, the Lynx was developed to be highly adaptable. The first Lynx, known as the KF-31 IFV, was introduced in 2016. The letters KF in the designation stand for Kettenfahrzeug, or tracked vehicle. In 2018, an improved Lynx KF-41 was first shown to the public. It is a slightly larger vehicle that can accommodate more troops and has a more powerful engine. The KF-41 Lynx is longer than the earlier version. The KF-31 measures 7.22 meters, whereas the KF-41 Lynx measures 7.73 meters. It also weighs in at 44 tons, which is 10 tons more than the KF-31. The KF-41 has been designed to offer a new generation of tracked armored offering modularity and a high level of protection. The feature at the heart of this vehicle's design concept is the separation and modularity of the vehicle into two parts: the basic vehicle and specialist mission and role equipment. This design approach combines the functional, cost, and through-life advantages of a modular structure and the weight, space, and cost advantages of an integral hull design. In 2018, the Lynx KF-41 variant was presented with a Lance 2.0 turret, the next generation of the in-service Lance family, and has been developed to improve its suitability for an infantry fighting vehicle. Lance 2.0 has various enhancements that provide a troop of Lynx KF-41 vehicles with a very high level of organic capability. This allows troops to have a disproportionate effect on the battlefield. The Lance 2.0 features enhanced protection for critical subsystems against kinetic and fragmentation threats, improving system survivability during close combat. The next enhancement is the integration of the new Wotan 35 electrically driven 35mm cannon that fires Rheinmetall's proven and in-service 35 by 228mm ammunition family. Due to its large caliber, the Wotan 35 delivers a longer range and deeper penetration. A 7.62mm coaxial machine gun is mounted to the left of the main armament. The Lance 2.0 turret also has two flexible mission pods fitted to the left and right of the turret that allow the installation of a variety of subsystems to give the turret a specialist capability. The turret can also be armed with the proven Rheinmetall 30mm cannon and one 7.62mm coaxial machine gun. The roof of the turret can be equipped with remotely controlled main sensor-slaved armament that works in conjunction with the commander's panoramic sight and is armed with one 12.7mm heavy machine gun. The KF-41 Lynx has a unique design, using a common drive module and a flexible mission kit arrangement to allow any base vehicle to be configured as an infantry fighting vehicle, an armored personnel carrier, a command vehicle, a recovery vehicle, or an ambulance. The driver position is located at the front left side of the hull. It has three large vision blocks offering world-leading front and side vision. The mission kit includes a drop-in roof plate that can be fitted to any drive module with associated equipment to create a Lynx variant. It only takes 8 hours for a mission kit to be exchanged and the protection configuration modified. The crew compartment is designed as a mission-neutral space with the incorporation of C-rails and a pattern of universal fixing points on the walls and floors. The space inside the Lynx KF-41 drive module is unrivaled for a tracked infantry fighting vehicle with a manned turret. 8 dismount seats can be seen folded up, with the Lance 2.0 turret basket in the background. The drive module has space for up to 9 blast-producing troop seats, in addition to a crew of 3 in the case of a manned Lance 2.0 turret. The infantrymen enter and leave the vehicle through a large power-operated ramp mounted at the rear of the shared drive module, positioned between the cooling systems. The modular survivability systems of the Lynx provide unprecedented flexibility to cope with the wide variety of threats faced. The ballistic and mine protection packages can be easily exchanged, even in the field if needed, while the full spectrum of threats has been taken into account, including roof protection against cluster munitions. The Lance turret is designed with an integral ballistic protection cell for the crew. There are no weapons or ammunition stowed in this cell, as the main and coaxial weapons are fitted in cradles at the front of and external to the cell. The main armament ammunition is stowed in a separate compartment that wraps around the sides and rear of the turret. The mission pod can contain 2 Spike LR-2 long-range anti-tank guided missiles, suicide drones, unmanned aerial vehicles, electronic warfare packages, surface-to-air missiles, or various other systems. The KF-41 Lynx has a power pack in the front of the hull, including a 1,140 horsepower Liebherr engine and a proven Renk transmission. The final drives are mounted in the front, and the idler sprockets with track tensioners are mounted at the rear. The running gear has 6 road wheel stations per side, which guide a lightweight end connector track. The Lynx uses an advanced military suspension system which is designed to withstand extreme force, and the bump stops are engineered to reduce intense shocks. The propulsion system gives a max speed of 70 km per hour and an operational range of 500 km. Standard equipment of the KF-41 Lynx includes heating, air conditioning, fire suppression, cooling, and nuclear, biological, and chemical filtration systems combined in an environmental control system. The vehicle is also fitted with a self-protection system, including the Rheinmetall 40mm rapid obscuration system and active protection system, designed to prevent line-of-sight guided anti-tank missiles from acquiring and/or destroying a target. The vehicle design also presents low visual, thermal, and acoustic signatures to improve battlefield survivability. The turret of the KF-41 Lynx is equipped with an electro-optical sensor system panoramic sight with an integrated laser rangefinder and FCS for the commander and gunner, laser warning system, acoustic shooter locating system, situational awareness system featuring day-night vision, and automatic target recognition and video processing and distribution unit. The Optronic enables the turret crew to have unrestricted and class-leading capabilities for automatic detection, recognition, and identification of targets, whilst maintaining observation at day and night while staying protected inside the turret. There is a 360-degree independent digital sight for the commander and a digital sight for the gunner. The Lynx KF-41 was submitted for Australian and Czech procurement programs. In 2018, a single Lynx KF-41 was presented on a military parade in Qatar. However, the status of the Qatari vehicle is unclear. In 2020, the Lynx was selected by Hungary, and a total of 218 of these armored vehicles were ordered. These will be produced in Hungary by a joint venture. The first batch of 46 vehicles is planned to be delivered to the Hungarian military this year. The Lynx is expected to be picked up by armies the world over, as it is one of the most adaptable and powerful vehicles in its class. What do you think about the Lynx IFV? Let us know in the comments, and please like this video if you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.